we're going to take a look at filters. Now, filters can be applied across all modules in the CRM. So useful for filtering down not only contacts to make lists, but also invoices and tasks. Quite a versatile feature. So where do we find filters? Well, let's have a look at contacts, and you'll see the filters on the right hand side, and it's similar sort of layout where whichever module you're in, and you'll see there's some predefined filters that we've already used. Another place you'll find filters is on your home page, as long as it's configured correctly, under the key metrics, and you'll see that we've got filters used in many ways. And for example, there's one with all the home fixtures for the 2009-10 season with details. Okay, so we're going to go to contacts again, and let's have a look at how we can create a filter from scratch. Now, we do get the option to edit existing filters or create new. So we'll create new. The first thing we get asked for is the filter name, so we can recall it. Now, for the purpose of this, we're going to do another search on the Joneses, so let's call this the Jones filter. So we'll name it Jones. We get an option to set it as a default, so that means every time you go into contacts, this filter will be displayed. We don't really need that. It could be listed in the metrics on your home page and everybody else's home page. In this case, we will not do that. And it can also be set to public, so other people can use the same filter, which we will do. Now, the first set of options that we get is to actually define the columns as they appear on the contacts page once the filter is applied. So we'll do something very simple here, and we'll go for a first name and then a last name. Then we'll look at an email address, just to demonstrate the point. We'll also confirm that they're not opting out of email. And lastly but not least, we'll see if we can put a mobile phone number on that screen. Now, if we were to save that filter at this stage, it will apply the filter, and it's going to give us all the, although we've called it Jones, it's going to give us all the contacts in the database, but in the format we've asked for: first name, last name, email address, whether they opt out of email, and a mobile number, and the opportunity to edit and delete the contact from that point. Now, obviously that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to find all the Joneses with email addresses again. So we're going to go back into this and edit the filter, and we've got two tabs below the columns, which is standard filters and advanced filters. Now, on the standard filters, it's all about times, so when contacts were created. So if you wanted a list that was based on contacts created in the last month, and you want to send them a welcome letter, then maybe that'd be the right place to set your filters. In this case, we're going to go to advanced filters, which are very much like what we saw in the advanced search. So the criteria for us for the filter is that we're looking for a last name that equals Jones. We also want to make sure that it's got an email address, so the email contains the @ symbol, and that the email opt-out equals no. So they've not opted out of email. So everybody on this list should be happy to receive an email. So based on that criteria, we'll save. It'll apply the filter. And there we have 9 records that have a surname of Jones, an email address, not opted out, in a format that we can use. Okay, now if we click back to all contacts, you'll see now that we've got 164 pages of contacts. We go back into the filters and we look up Jones. It applies it, and instantly you've got your sorted list, which we can then go on to download, mass edit, send an email, or whatever you choose to do. So that's how we create a filter in the Vtiger CRM.